name is Brooke, and this here behind me is Molly. And I live in a small apartment in the Netherlands, where I'm always kind of doing some kind of project. So I thought that I would start a YouTube channel, and this is my very first video. So welcome. Please be patient with me. I'm still figuring everything out. So a few things to note about the kitchen is, number one, it's not just my kitchen, it's also my laundry room and where I keep the cat litter box. Number two, it needs to be renter friendly because I rent. Number three, I don't own any power tools, so there will be no drilling and no cutting anything up. Number four, I don't have a car, so everything I need for the makeover, I need to be able to order it online or pick it up using my bike. And lastly, I want to try styling it with vintage and secondhand pieces only. The style I'm going for is a little bit French, a little bit more warmer colors than it is now. And also I want to bring in some more stronger colors, so some more primary colors, like some dark blues, some reds, and some dark yellows. For me, the most noticeable part of the kitchen is the condition of the floors. There's just rips and marks everywhere, and it's just something that needs to be replaced. And then something that's bothered me since I moved in is just the walls in the kitchen. It desperately just needs a nice coat of fresh white paint. The green wall is actually something that I painted when I first moved in. Before I painted it, it was a lavender purple color. I do like the green color, but because I want to go for a warmer look, I am considering painting this a different color. The stick-on tiles are also something that I put on when I first moved in. I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, so if you look up close, you can see just how crap it looks, so I definitely want to put new stick-on tiles here. And as I mentioned before, the kitchen is also where I have my washing machine and where I keep the cat litter box. So if I can find a way to cover this up, that would be a bonus. And lastly, the kitchen just feels a little bit cluttered in general. I just want to bring everything out of the kitchen, give it a really good clean, and then restyle it again. Okay, so I painted the sideboards and I think it looks much more cleaner. I also finished the little corner in here. This looks way better as well. These walls are in really crappy condition, so they still look a bit crap, but they do look way better than before. I also just stood in paint. I have a little bit to go, but it's really exhausting work, actually. I'm sweating, and I have paint in my hair, all over my hands, and all over the floor. So I think I need to finish this last little bit of the ceiling, and then I need to clean up a little bit. I need to clean up some paint. Do you think we could share? Is this okay? Okay, so it's been about 5 days since I painted. I hoped the progress would go faster, but I got sick. And in that time, I also decided that I want to paint the feature wall. It's currently green. the more I thought about it, the more I looked at it, I just think it's nice. It's nice to have a change. So I picked up this color. It's called Ginger Gold, and it's a brownie yellow color. It looks a little bit light, but I hope when it goes on the wall, it looks warm and just different than what's on the wall now. Okay, moment of truth. Time to reveal the paint color. Da-da-da-da. Okay. It's warm, it's nice. Ooh. Okay, so this is pretty heavy. I have this thing. So let's see if I can roll it all the way under. I don't know, this is not really working. That's the first part done. But now I need to wheel it out of the kitchen without scratching my walls. Okay, now I'm stuck. The dryer is out. That's one thing. I don't know if the fridge is more difficult or if the dryer was more difficult. Okay, so the fridge is definitely lighter, so maybe that means it's easy to move. It's much more bigger and the doors might open, but let's see. So I just need to push it. Okay, maybe shimmy it a little bit. Push this under. And then shimmy it forward a bit more. Okay, fridge door is open. Yup, this is okay. Oh, okay, let's try it again, but do it better. Yeah, this is not working. I'll do it from the back side. So yes, go forward. No. I have an idea. Let's go from... Okay, that wasn't a very good idea. Okay, so I did manage to move the fridge out. Whether I can get it back in or not is another question, especially because I'll have new floor in and I don't want to mess up the floor. I did forget that I also need to move the oven, so I don't imagine that's going to be as hard as the other two, but let's find out. So I think I'm just going to lift the oven by hand. I suppose that's what these handles are for. Okay. And then we have this pot. Oh, this is okay. Oh, something broke. This broke off. Look how terrible the floor is over here. It's such a mess. This is kind of cool though, under here. It's like the old part of the building. And then under here, we actually have another floor, which is also terrible. And then over here, like the floor is so messed up. I really can't wait for new floor. Let's see. Let's see where to start. Here. Okay. It's coming up very easy. It's so dirty underneath. Ugh. Yuck, 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 yuck. Oh my goodness. Okay. Looks kind of cool, but it's also in very bad condition. So here is the floor. It's all rolled up. The idea is to just roll it out and then put the old floor on top and then use the old floor as a kind of stencil and then trace around it or cut around it with a knife and then place the new floor back in place the same as it was for the old floor. So this is really heavy actually, and I carried this on my bike because it got delivered to the wrong address, so I had to track it down myself and find it. Let's roll it out. It's 6 meters. This room is shorter than 6 meters, so it needs to stop at some point. Okay, so I think that the floor is actually thin enough to just cut with scissors instead of using a knife. I've traced it with a pen. I really hope that I did this correctly and there's not some weird mirroring thing where I've traced it wrong and the floor is reversed. So yeah, I'm gonna just see if it cuts nicely. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is way easier than I thought. Okay. So I put down the new floor and it was looking very fresh, but it was also looking very, very bumpy. I did manage to push out most of the air pockets with my hands, and it's not as bad as it is here, but there are still a few remaining. So if you do have any tips for that, I would love to know because it's driving me crazy. So I decided to not be stubborn and ask for help, and then I borrowed this cart from my neighbor, which made putting the furniture back 100 times easier. Also, it's around 32 degrees this day, so after moving everything back, I was so freaking exhausted. So after about 3 weeks of waiting, the stick-on tiles that I initially ordered arrived, and as soon as I opened them, I just knew they weren't it. I was pretty disappointed. They were really thin and flimsy, not at all how I imagined. I tried to love them because they were quite expensive and I didn't want to bother with sending them back. Um, but yeah, I put them on the backsplash and it just wasn't working. They were just too thin and you could see the original tile underneath. Also, the color wasn't really white. It was this light blue. It's hard to see on camera, but it was this light blue and it just looked really cheap. As annoyed as I was, I decided to order something else. While I waited for the new tiles to arrive, I just got started peeling all of the old stick-on tiles off. I used a hairdryer, which made it pretty easy to pull off actually, and it was kind of fun to do this. The new tile arrived yesterday. I'm pretty happy with it. It's thick enough that it covers the red tiles. It's a little bit glossy, but I can live with that. You can already see I got a bit excited and then I started putting it on the backsplash and I didn't film me doing that. I was just gonna do one and then it just kept going. This part was really easy. I just kept going along and now I'm getting to the corner and that part is gonna be a little bit more tricky, especially like around here. And then I have to do this corner here and then I'll go all the way up to the top here. Okay, so I hope this works, but I used some sticky notes to get the shape of how I should cut the tiles. And then I did cut the tile, so now I'm going to stick it on and see if my idea actually worked. It worked, kind of. It's a little bit messy around the outlet, but that's gonna be covered with a towel, so it's fine. I've done all of the big pots for this corner, so now I just have the little tricky bits left, the little pieces here, and then some extra little pieces in here. I have this crazy idea to continue the tiles onto the fridge because I hate this gap here. And maybe if I move the fridge over a little bit, I can just keep tiling onto the fridge. Maybe it's not practical if I need to move the fridge, but I think it could look a little bit cleaner if I do that. I'm gonna try it. You can see how easy, well, okay, I didn't do it perfectly, but you can see how easy it just comes off like this. Okay. I thought I was getting really good at this. Oh. Okay, there she is. If I do like this, and then like that, then what I can do is I'll push the fridge back so that it's lines up, and then I'll just stick this one like here so that it lines up. And I think I will only do it to like here or something, unless I have enough tiles. Maybe I'll go all the way across, but that could also look weird. But let's see. I wanted to show some of the vintage pieces that I've bought lately. I've been using mostly Vinted, which is I think it's a European app to buy mostly secondhand clothing, but they have really nice vintage and antique homewares. A lot of French sellers, so I got really lucky and found a lot of really nice antique and vintage pieces from France. My most favorite, and the one I was most excited about was this little bowl. So this is an antique bowl from France. It has some pretty orange colors and pretty orange flowers. This will be really cute to put some lemons or figs or some kind of fruit in. I got these two tins. So I got this one here. It has it's not gonna focus, but it has some very pretty flowers. Then I also got this cute little blue one as well. I don't know if I'll use both of these, because I don't know which colors will go when everything comes together, but I like them both. Actually, I did get a really nice piece from the Netherlands, so just from, oh no wait, actually it was from France. I got this painting also from a French seller, but I think it is actually a Dutch painting because look at it, it's so cute. I really love this. I love the oranges and the reds and the warm tone and the coffee. And it has a fish on it, which is mackerel, which I believe is a Dutch fish, but maybe it's also French. But I love this one. Then I went thrifting today, actually, and I found so many of these glass jars. I think they're really cute, but I don't know if they're practical. So because they don't have like the I don't know what it's called, like the suctioning thingy. And then I was looking for a cutting board. So today I found this one in a thrift store, actually, and this one was only €2, so it's a little bit dirty, and also has like black all around the edge, but I think I'm just gonna sand it. I have since gotten some more vintage things that I want to show you. So there's a little vintage store in my house. It mostly sells French things and some Dutch things and some Belgian things. I went in there not planning to really buy anything, but I thought these items were too cute to pass up. So first thing is this pot, like, I don't know what it's called, a thing to put your pot on so that your bench doesn't get hot or burnt. And then this cute little bowl. I really love the color and the pattern, and I think it will perfectly match this one that I already have. So these two cuties look really cute together. This one is from France, which I already said, and then whoop, there's the lemon. And this one is from Belgium. Okay, do you wanna go over here? And then from the same shop, I got this pot. I did order a pot from France, from a seller on Vinted, but it arrived in like 100 pieces, so I didn't feel so good about ordering another one, so I just bought one from a store, and this one was only €10. And then I got this box. I don't know what it says. I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but I really liked the red lettering, and I'm going to put this on top of the cupboard, and maybe put some extra storage things in there. This whole video making experience has been quite the challenge, especially being in front of the camera and talking to the camera. That's felt a little bit weird at times, something that I'm definitely not used to. Also video editing, oh my gosh, that takes forever. I have a new appreciation for the people that make videos. It takes a crazy amount of time. Special shout out to my sister who gave me a lot of help and tutorials while she was very pregnant, even after her due date, so thank you, Shona. I do already have some ideas for some future videos. I think up next I want to turn my living room into my bedroom. And I also want to make an autumn video. I know it's cliche, but I just want to make a nice little video where I decorate my house for autumn. So if you wanted to see future videos, then please consider subscribing. And now I think it's time to show the reveal shots, so enjoy.